ultimately taken by Infinite. Grumpiest Broom in the chat there, and hello to everyone else joining us today. So here we go, round underway between Team Gravity and Vertigo. Let us go, as that deep shot was almost going to make that in, and grabbing it is Lewis, slingshotting but not finding the bottom of the goal. Tried the anchor, couldn't quite make it, so off it'll go then, back to the other side. There's some leeches, nicely done there. Looked like it was a Simon, I believe, got a good leech, but over here it will be like Lewis retaining for Team Gravity. So off it goes now. And goal is open, but Vertigo gets there first. Twang Pants taking over the disc, sending a shot maybe, but it just gets intercepted by Simon. So Simon sends it on its way. Lewis is there in the near area, as well as Al Pacino. A quick sling out into the wedge area now. 3 or 4 players converging on each other. Lewis and Viatrex there for Team Gravity, and Simon now over on the bow tie as Team Gravity takes their place. And here's the reset, and trying to make a more slow approach onto the goal this time after a little bit of scrambling going on there at the beginning. But Al Pacino being dove on by Kai nicely, and now Twang Pants coming in. The immediate regrabs, but actually loses their stack off the Geo. Now, goal is still going to be briefly open, and there is the first 3 and the first points, period, for Vertigo here, thanks to Kai. They lost their stack briefly, but still got back on the collection just slightly faster than Team Gravity were able to. Over here will be a rollout, just narrowly avoiding the defense there. Al Pacino taking the shot, but oh, what a beautiful sling back from Simon. Now, it was almost saved by Damus, but still managed to take a fortuitous roll right into the goal. Now, it looks like we got a rematch there, so not sure what happened, but maybe looks like a crash potentially here. Yes, indeed, someone had left, so brief intermission, I do suppose, or actually a couple of players. Oh, wait, no, someone switching sides there via to probably explain it. I mentioned these teams were doing open comms but muted in the meantime, so they can have those positional-based comms and, yeah, that whole gentleman's agreement going on there. Grumpiest Broom in the chat saying, "You plays so weird." Well, it's just a different meta. They're very fast, faster than North America in many regards. It's kind of an interesting mix because they do these, obviously they have the stacks and the clear and boost, but then they also do slow it down. It's just, you don't always know what to expect. You do expect the stacks and the clear and boost, but like you saw with Team Gravity, when they were trying to go for that score earlier, it's, you know, after maybe a minute of flurry, you'll also see these teams, especially at these high levels, they'll also slow it down and then they'll go for the good passes. You know, Team Gravity, very, very good with the team play. And it's in their name, after all. But they'll definitely keep up with the best of them in terms of speed, but they also know when to slow it down when necessary. Single shot saying the overlay still shows Chaos and Genesis. Interesting. Does it? Let me see here. All right, I started and stopped it again. You may have to refresh. Let me know if it doesn't fix it, because I am working actually with a different build here than I had before. So if it's not working correctly, I'll have to inform Sealable of that. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. Because definitely we're trying to get that build out before I was having to do something, you know, with command prompt to get it started, and Sealable working hard to make it into a more easy process so the other casters can get integrated with it in the coming days. Okay, so I was actually informed here by the teams as well. They said they're going to server switch, it looks like. So potentially not happy here with whatever the pings may be. I mean, fantastic pings if you're in North America, but for Europe, not so much. Always jealous of that. So they are going to switch servers here, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, we only have the 2 matches here for Europe today. And both of them involve Vertigo, so won't be delaying anything. Ryan Rhino in the chat saying, those are god pings. Well, by our standards, yep. By European standards, not quite, though. All right, so for the moment then, well, I guess we'll just wait on the re-invite. And, yeah, sorry for the false alarm, but we'll get back quite soon here. In fact, I just got an invite, so not even taking too long. All right. But hope everyone is doing well here. Early in the week, I was already surprised. Yesterday we had those games. 3 of them. Didn't expect them. Usually Monday's pretty quiet, but I don't mind it. The more they're spaced out through the week, the better chance typically they have of being casted, especially during the weekend when you have those games stacked on each other. And Viatrix apologizing for the quick switch, not a problem. And just relaunch here into spectator mode and ping the teams again. They can start, and we should be good, yes. Looks like they started anyway, which is interesting, but okay, that's fine with me. So we are right back into it already here. Maybe they thought I switched into spec or something faster than I did. But here it goes, and almost in. I probably should mute this, and that I will. All right, now, Viatrix taking that over here. Actually, looks like switching sides. No, off it goes to Simon, so well done there. Team Gravity, it looks like they got the scores all correct as well, so we got 4 for Team Gravity and 3 for Vertigo. Just missing that first grab, and actually might cost them the goal here. If Via can retain it, he will fade away off the bank, but bank not quite open today, at least not right now. So Twang Pan sends a clear right out. A lot of brawls going through. And first to the boost is Simon, and first to the disc as well. The backline being bothered pretty heavily there. Now off it goes. Viatrix trying to find a long pass just right across, and now deep down it goes. Simon and Lewis are in the general area. The goal is little open, but only a crack. So now going in there with some beautiful 2-man plays. Simon and Lewis assisting and scoring. So 6 points here for Team Gravity. On the board, 4 minutes expired here. Still the first round. We had that server switch over here. Kai receives it for Vertigo, down by 3 points. Some good 2-man game there, though, between Kai and Twang. And now a stack bothering the pass, and diving out is Al Pacino just as well. There's the doubles coming through. And now, oh, backing it out, maybe looking for a 3, unaware of the stack impending, so didn't actually have much time to reset it. But that said, Viatrix is still way up here. If his teammates can get it to him, they will not. So turn over into the corner pocket. There's Simon and Lewis meeting Damus and Kai. The Twang has it snatched out, taken out, and Damus resets. Kai now will get it stolen. A lot more brawls coming through. No one maintaining firm control of the disc as a boost comes through now. Simon there, as well as Kai, both of them missing the disc, going for each other instead perhaps. And right back to the other side. And then back again. We're going kind of a round trip here. just back and forth between each side of the arena. Simon does take this away, leans back a bit to try and reset it, and there's what I was mentioning earlier on. So you can see you'll have these just brief kind of flurries of frantic play where it's side to side to side, and then you'll have a slowdown, and they'll go for the passing plays. It's very a very interesting kind of ebb and flow to this kind of a game we're seeing. Now, sounded like a ding back there, actually, so some boost coming through off the backboard, unable to convert for Vertigo. So no-go on that one, and a stack coming out quickly, and looks like an open one, but also can't convert. So this flurry shall continue as these teams hurry back and forth down the floor. This is some just absolute blazing ping pong going on here, as neither team can really collect themselves for a shot or the disc for too long. Lewis coming in, though, looking for that back pass, and maybe now some slow play developing. There's the anchored pass over to Simon in the corner. Lewis is trying to dive. That is a really tight pass, squeezed through, unable to do so. But Team Gravity still may retain here, and it looks like that's the case. So over and back to Lewis. Lewis holding that, going low to Al Pacino, anchoring, waiting for the cutter. There it is, and that's some good slow play after all of that franticness. Viatrex finding the goal.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
So by the by, is the score overlay working on the Twitch player? I did reset it once single shot mentioned. As a steal goes through, shot not quite on. But yeah, I did restart the client, so if it's not working or it's showing the wrong team still, let me know on that. I did reset it. Ryan's saying it's fine now. Okay, cool, thank you. Lewis will go and find Viatrex again, so back-to-back, it's Via on the cutting goal. So Team Gravity now finding a little bit of stride thanks to those slower plays, those passing plays on the cut to Via.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's game on. Orange clears it out of their zone.
Now another steal here for Team Gravity. 3 of them in the area, just outside the 3-point zone, maybe just going for a 2, a soft pass. Right back to Viatrex, this time Kai with a great cutoff on the punch. So Via was going for that 3rd one in a row off the cutting pass, but was denied finally. And then Kai gets a grab here just the same for Vertigo, so less than 2 minutes left in this first round. And down it will go to Twang Pants. So Twang backs us on up right into the wedge. Via bothering him, and Simon gets an interception there. So good defense outside the bubble in the lanes for Team Gravity. And off it will go to Lewis, backing it out here. Again, just missing the pass. Should have time to get that back, and he does. So Viatrex working it up here. Lewis on the side. Via going to look for another one of those cutting plays. Simon as well, maybe. And Kai, another dive. So we saw 2 scores in a row for Viatrex on the cut, but we've seen 2 dives in a row from Kai to deny any score. So good job from him on Vertigo to get that one done. But just the same, it's going to be a knockout. Sanch, Damus as well. So brawling from Team Gravity, denying any easy passes here. And again, the stacks coming through, and an open goal, dunking that home is Lewis. Oh, Ryan says the plugin isn't working, so okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Have to use the other build for now than the command prompt one. But yeah, I'll be sure to let Sealable know in that case. Thanks for letting us know, though. And we'll troubleshoot that over the course of the week. Now off it'll go into the bottom, reaching the hands of Viatrex. A 12-3 lead here as this first round winds down. Viatrex receiving, tapping, and intercepting his Twang Pants. So deep pass here on other side of the tunnel to Sanch, and oh, planting it and pinning it against the wall is Simon, denying any opportunity at possibly a goal for Vertigo. And that will conclude this first round. 12-3 in favor of Team Gravity here. Taking it away from Vertigo and just predicated on a lot of good passing play, especially in the latter half once they started calming down a little bit and looking for those cuts inside the 2-point area. So we can see there 4 points for Viatrex and Simon, 2 for Lewis as well. Lewis with 3 assists. Al Pacino not getting on the points, but filling up every other category with an assist, save, steal, and 13 stuns. For Vertigo, as we actually get the points reset. Oh, I think because something was off. That's right. There was a shot off ahead or something. So someone scored, but could not tell you who, unfortunately. Either way, Team Gravity coming ahead in the first round. We got, as you can see, 16 seconds left on this clock. Hopefully the round timer itself is set correctly to 10 minutes just because we had that server switch and restart, so hoping that's okay. We'll see, though. Yeah, so they've got it set to 750. I'll ping them. I don't know if they'll see it, but I pinged them. Don't worry. In the meantime, we'll still get back to the start of this joust. Teams are just going to play on it for the moment, it would seem. So Viatrex gets that for Team Gravity, but right back to Kai. Al Pacino receives and delivers that pass, or actually a shot, rather. Had Simon on the backboard, but just going straight downwards, and now straight through the tunnel for the clear. Taken there and made there by Twang Pants. It's a good shot there to get Vertigo started. 3 points.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Team Gravity on the offense here, rolling out. Looking like one of those bounce plays. Yes, they got nice rollouts off those bounces. Not only in the side tunnel, but even one off mid. If you remember the other day against the Phantoms, had a beautiful rollout to end up tying a game. And then that one, Simon. Great shot from him for the 2 off a pass from Lewis. That connection alive as ever.
11, 10, 9, 8.
Yeah, Ryan pointing out the time. So it did start off at like 7:50 or 7:30 or something like that. Because these teams had done a restart and switched servers, so once they came on this one, they set the time to something else, but forgot to set it back to 10. But they're playing on nonetheless. I have pinged them, punged them, whatever you want to call it. But they will still play on. So over here, some jukes from Twang Pants, going up, going under, losing it on the bottom of the barrier, and sent right out by Via. So Simon just narrowly missing his pause, but takes a quick shot, no hesitation. He still had a rebounder there, but couldn't find it either. Clear going into the right tunnel, and Stacks going on through once more. And Team Gravity, they're first, very quick. Damus not far behind, however. And actually the back stack for Sanch, as well as Twang, able to recollect it for Vertigo. Now off the cutoff here. Will be an interception, turned into a stack, turned into a fling, and collection by Viatrex with some stuns coming out. A lot of them. And right now pass to Al Pacino. Good pass down low, and that is fantastic teamwork as Viatrex hammers that one in right from the left side.
12, 11, 10,
So Team Gravity, based off that assisted goal, going up by a point here, 4-3. And unless they adjust the times, less than 5 minutes left to go in this second round.
clears it out. Interception.
So Lewis going for a deep bounce shot, has a chance, not quite though, as Twang Pants takes it over. Contesting it on the other side is Kai there, as Viatrex backs it out. And this is kind of where we see Team Gravity really excel, I think. We know how fast they are. Yeah, that's never a doubt. But when they get these bubble passes. They line themselves up for them. Like that one, rebounding it, and Simon does get the second attempt. And this is honestly where I feel like Team Gravity really does excel. You know, they're good at the speed. They excel at the speed. Pun intended, I guess, but it's really when they slow it down and they find those great passes that they can take defenses off guard and just keep them on their toes, because they're so good at finding the right player on the right cut, and the passes are always good enough on the touch, you know, to reach their intended target. So for Vertigo, turnover here. Twang Pants trying to look for a leech. Can't find one, so Simon gets it. The initial shot missed. Maybe going to find themselves a 3. No, it's actually just going to be a wind in for him, but gets it stolen. Kai coming through there. And now a great boost here from Vertigo, but just as well. Look at that. Coming from behind is Team Gravity, despite the fact that the stack from Vertigo started you know, much ahead of them. The speed factor, the regrab, still stronger there for Team Gravity. Let's see, we see it again there even. A Vertigo stack starts first, but the Team Gravity stack just a bit more efficient on the regrabs for the moment. And yeah, just no joke at all on the speed here. As Simon goes in for the 2 just on the inner edge of the bubble. So 8-3 here for Team Gravity.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So again, Vertigo coming out on the roll, getting it to the 2 players in the tunnel, but met by 3 players from Team Gravity. So Viatrex sends it on a deep shot attempt as his stack looms. Simon taking that away, Lewis as well, and there's a back pass again. So another reset, another formation taking place here. Good stuns coming out, and that's a great save from Damus. So that time some great defense from Vertigo, able to cause a turnover. They cut off 2 of the passing players. They're trying to receive it inside the bubble with some great stuns, and then able to get the save as a result. So that was some perfectly played defense from Vertigo, but a expertly played rollout here off the defense from Gravity, buying themselves a 3 now.
11, 10, 9,
That's kind of the tough part, because as good as Gravity is, obviously, with the offense there, just their defense just as strong. And it'll catch a lot of defenses off guard, just like that, with a 3-point attempt. There's another one. Lewis fast on the approach. Simon steals it away. Lewis anchored here. Viatrex as well on the side, being cut off the barrier nicely by Sanch here, playing some defense. And again, more good defense, not able to get the shot. The rebound attempt, not good either, slinging it through, but another rebound and dunked in by Viatrex, guaranteeing it. Looked like it could have been a save, but that was a nice grab by Via to ensure it.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
So despite the goal there by Gravity, that was very well played defense by Vertigo. Made them take several awkward attempts and made Gravity work hard for it, no doubt. So as the pass goes here, the Team Gravity cutting off the defense there, so actually a shot attempt will be rebounded, slung into the wall, rebounded by Kai, looking for a teammate, but Lewis already there, ready to dive, just as well Damus ready to dive on the intercept. So Damus cannot quite find a pass here as it ricochets back towards him. Viatrex now taking that one, sending it deep down as the stack already locked and loaded. So Simon shot fake. Pass, but not looking for it. That time, Via and Lewis look like going for the goalie, not quite eyeing the passing lane this time. But now a deep 3 taken out by Kai. So an attempted shot there at the end to cap it off. No good. But Team Gravity, nonetheless, they do take this second round 13-3. Now, mind you, the timings were off because of the reset. Both these teams unaware and did not reset the clock, which is fine. They did play on it, it seems, so. But just a note, that's why that seemed to end quite fast, is because of the times. So, no stats for you. Wiped, unfortunately, there. Looks like actually, so they're going to add the time after all. There's 2:10. Unless, because one of the Gravity players already had left, so I'm not really sure. Well, we'll hold off for a second here and see. Okay, there. So we did get a restart by one of the Gravity players, and they're back now in the game. So the score is gonna be restarted here. And on that note, yeah, false alarm. We still have 2:10 on the clock. It looks like is what the teams have agreed upon. So it shall be.
Blue team ready. Orange team ready. Round starting in 12.
Ray X4, and they're saying Gravity looking pretty good actually. Yeah, they are the preseason champions, and for that matter, one of the longest standing orgs in the Echo VR esports scene. So they obviously have the experience. Boop maybe not quite as impressed by some of the clears and the turnovers, but it gets that way sometimes with that fast play, and that's quite fast from Simon. 16 points now for Gravity.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7.
But yeah, it's a real interesting push and pull between the speed and the slow play for the European meta, and for the Team Gravity meta, much as anything.
Entering the arena.
Just see these 100-meter dashes at times, followed by slow play. So 1 minute it's frantic, the next moment it's calculated. See which version we're getting right here. For Kai, it's just a steal. Vertigo getting that disc, sending it through, looking for a boost. Couldn't quite get the regrab, so Gravity will come on through with a rebounded collection. Down into the mid, there's the quick redirects from the stacks, getting punched out, however, by Twang Pants, by Sanch as well. So good stoppage on the brawls, but just losing it off the Geo. That's a deep shot, and that is absolutely true down the middle for Al Pacino. Great shot for 19 points now on Team Gravity's side.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So less than a minute left for real this time as the throw goes on. And actually collecting it nicely is Twang Pants off that bounce. Al Pacino in the goal, backing it out over to Kai in the back line. So looking for a little slow play of their own, perhaps to take the last shot of this round, of this series, as Twang goes in. Little two-man game. Now looking up to barrier, but just missing. And the bounce will reach the hands, ultimately, of Team Gravity, but actually right back off the backboard. I lied. It's 6 points here, courtesy of Twang Pants off that interception. So good shot to end it for them. But ultimately, end it will, because it's 19 points now for Team Gravity in the second round, to go along with the 6 for Vertigo. So now the win, solidly in place of Team Gravity, for sure this time. Can't really give you too many stats, obviously, because the resets that had occurred. But Team Gravity coming away with that one in 2. The first round was 12-3, and the second one 19-6. So Vertigo does get some more points on the board here in the latter half, but just couldn't quite contend with the strength of Team Gravity, the strength on the defense, and that great patient offense. Viatrex definitely was receiving a lot of those passes inside the bubble. So that will be the first match here of the day for the European